Okay, so I'm here to do my review of 83 Dragon Ball Super 83 Bardock versus Gas Part 2. So, I this chapter I liked it. A lot of people have problems with it. I thought the chapter was pretty decent. We got a pretty good fight here. We don't get to see Bardock a lot. I think that's probably why I like this chapter. We get a full Bardock chapter here. I mean, I can't think of another time this really has happened. Now, certain things are retcon, but I mean, if you think about how much stuff, if you think of Minus as a retcon, which really it wasn't, it was Toriyama's real vision of Bardock. This is a very minor retcon in comparison to that. But anyways, let's get into the chapter. So we have Bardock fighting Gas, continuing fighting the little Gas, and he hits him with the final spirit cannon attack. It throws the spear in the air. A lot of stuff that we already saw in the leaks, which I think most people have probably seen at this point. Then he powers up. He gets big, kind of like the modern day Gas. Although you gotta remember, this Gas is still far weaker than the current Gas. This is 40-something years ago. So then, Minato, he gets the 2 Dragon Balls, and he's gonna make a wish to help Bardock, which turns out it's to wish him back to his planet that's going to be destroyed by Frieza, but he doesn't know that, in order to save him, because he doesn't think Bardock could win this fight. Just like, we, the audience, didn't think Bardock could win this fight, because Gas has been so hyped up at this point. So, he's beating Bardock around. He even, at one point, like, he grabs his tail. They're looking up in the sky, Gas, like, what's that? Because him and the Heaters, they don't know about the dragon yet, Tarambo. So, they're going at it, and, they're continuing the fight, and, Bardock, he says, I don't want to be wished back to my own planet, man. I got this, Minato. But I do wish that my sons end up thriving. So this is a very interesting statement from Bardock, because this is the second time, first from Goku in the last chapter, now from Bardock, we're hearing about Raditz again. Even though it's very brief. And I don't think that's a coincidence. I think that's a hint that maybe Raditz might be coming back at some point in the future. Now, a lot of people think he's going to be in the new movie. I'm not sure about that, although it is possible. But I do think we're maybe going to see Raditz in the canon again. And, Toriyama, maybe he's realized, Raditz, he has some potential that was wasted. I mean, he's one of the most wasted characters in the series. You think about it. He's Goku's brother. But a lot of people also are thinking about the implications of this, what this means, because if the dragon was able to grant this wish, and we know Tarambo, I mean, he was able to make Granola the strongest in the universe, now Gas, then does that mean that he was able to grant this wish and make it where, Goku and Raditz were thriving? I mean, it's kind of hard to say with Raditz because he ended up dying. But does that mean, like, the reason Goku did so well when he was a kid is because he had Tarambo looking out for him? I don't know, That's something I think the fandom maybe, is not going to be happy with. And I could see, maybe that part of this chapter causing a lot of controversy. That could be a big retcon if you think of it as that. So anyways, they're going at it. And, of course, they don't know what's going on with the sky, the heaters, all this with the dragon. And, he's grabbing Bardock's tail, which, Bardock's an elite Saiyan, so I don't think the tail really is a weakness for him. It only affects low-level Saiyans, and he rips off his tail. So that's going to hurt either way. And then he transforms into his rage form, his Broly-like form, Berserker form, whatever you want to call it. And, he's just smashing Bardock here. And then, Bardock just goes at it. And, a lot of people thought Bardock was going to go Super Saiyan, and he doesn't. He just powers up into, like, his boss mode and just wrecks Gas here, man. I mean, just look at this punch. I mean, this is some epic stuff. I mean, I love what was the scene right here? I mean, this shot right here, this shot, I mean, all this stuff. Again, I always say this is like my favorite shot of Bardock. I mean, the gains, I mean, he looks so buff here, man. Like, if they animate this well, I mean, this will look amazing. I always say that with these chapters, but, like, really, seriously, if they animate this. And I'm just, I'm a Bardock fan. I like this stuff. Even though, this version of Bardock's different than the movie, the non-canon version, I still like it. I still like this. I like the Toriyama Bardock, even though he's been a slightly changed this chapter. And the fact that like he found out that well, we'll cover this part first. I mean, he blasts freaking gas. I almost said granola. He blasts gas out of here, and oh man, look at that epic shot right there. And then Ellic's like, okay, we're out of here. Then he uses his gun. Which I don't know how I feel about this, man. The laser beam thing. Shooting through people's arms. It reminds me of Goku getting shot with the laser in the Resurrection F saga. I'm just like, but who knows? Maybe these guns are made out of some sort of special plasma. That's my headcanon. I don't know. So they go off, and then Minato comes back, and then he goes, "You won, Bardock," because they left essentially. It takes more than that to put an old Namekian down. But so yeah, a lot of people are a little irritated about this chapter. I was gonna say a second ago because Ellic, what did he say right here? Besides gas, yeah, Ellic's like, yeah, you're playing catch up. Don't be surprised if meteor drops on your head. So Frieza, he's talking about the fake news of Frieza saying that a meteor destroyed Planet Vegeta. He's giving him a hint that Frieza's planning to destroy Planet Vegeta, which would change the minus canon of Bardock getting just a bad gut feeling in the non-canon of him seeing the future, finding out that Planet Vegeta is going to be destroyed. So in this version, he pieces it together seemingly because Ellic told him, and Gas before that because Ellic told Gas. And a lot of people were irritated about that, but I don't know. That really doesn't bother me that much. How Bardock found out his planet was going to be destroyed, I don't think it matters that much. I think what's more consequential is the wish. Like, did that wish from Tarambo about having his sons grow up to thrive, did that have an effect on Goku's destiny? I think that's the bigger question here. But anyways, yeah, this was I thought it was a pretty cool chapter. It was cool to see Bardock again. And yeah, like, and it is the second time now that Raditz has been sort of mentioned. And I think that is something to keep an eye out. I think, at some point, maybe we're going to see Raditz again. And, with Frieza, too, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see if Frieza later on has any role in this arc at all, because so far he's been missing in action. And I do hope that, we're kind of forgetting about Granola here. I hope that Granola does get the last shot on Ellic by the time this arc is over, because it's supposed to be over soon. And it seems that way. Goku's going to probably follow in his father's footsteps. He's going to power up, get the, his boss mode, whatever you want to call it, Zenkai. A lot of people think it was a Zenkai that Bardock used to defeat Gas this chapter. And then he's going to use that to defeat, basically he's just going to use whatever you want to call it, plot armor, if you're a critic, whatever. He's going to use that to defeat Gas. And then hopefully Granola defeats Ellic. And it's not the best ending for this arc, but I mean, I was never a huge fan of this arc anyway. My expectations were pretty low. So to me, it will be a decent ending. It's not the best, but it's decent. But anyways, yeah, this video is kind of a little bit long. I got to upload this. And I hope everybody has a good night. It's pretty late here, or a good day wherever you are. And don't forget to like. It's greatly appreciated. And peace out.